Kevin Rudd, Mr. Rudd, the Prime Minister, has given us close to $2 million. $2 million to build a new building, to build a new dream. And in a few moments, I'd like to share that dream with you. And I know you've got some questions for me as well, haven't you? Yes? All right, then we'll just hold the questions because we're now going to move to the area where our building will take place. 1K, just stay as a group now. Let's go over. As you see, we're now moving from the K to 2 quad and we're moving over to our building site. At the building site, we'll call this building site number 1. Be a large courtyard, and we're going to call this our civic space. What are we going to call it?
Civic space.
Yeah, nice work. When you look at the plans, this really is where the toilets are right now, and they're going to go. The toilets will go, providing this beautiful civic space just here. I think some people might have a question for me as we are now in our civic space. Yes, darling.
How are they going to...
How are we going to knock down the toilets? Hands down, leaders. Have you got an idea? Would you like to come over and just here, please, leader? How are we going to knock down these toilets? What are you thinking?
With big machines.
Big machines, all right. Have you got an idea as well?
Are we going to knock it down with some hammers?
Yes, girls and boys. If you can imagine, just stay there, team. If you can imagine, we will fence this area. We will put large fences all around this area. The fences will make sure that you're safe on this side, and the workmen with their machines and their hammers will start pulling down our old toilet block. We'll also be ripping up all of the ground that we see here. Now, 1K, we now go to our building site number 2. Let's go, and we might have some more questions. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, Owen had a very good question. Would you like to ask it, please, Owen?
Why are the old toilets going to be knocked down?
It's a great question, isn't it? Our toilets have been around for a long time, and Owen, we don't think they're safe enough or good enough for our kids. Also, the second reason is this. We believe, and the camera might actually show this now, we believe that this space needs to be open. We need to have an open school. If you look along here, we're going to call that St. Michael's Street. What are we going to call it?
St. Michael's Street.
The street will run all the way through, and one day it'll run all the way through, would you believe, to Orwell Street. So here we are now. This pretty much, and I'll show the plan now, we are now at the entrance. We're now at the entrance of our new building. Our new learning space. Girls and boys, if you can imagine, could I please have a volunteer? Could you please go over to that corner over there? Watch this, kids, this is important. Owen, could you walk down there, please? I'll tell you when to stop. Now, over here, darling. Over here, and stop. Owen, keep going. And stop. Owen, turn around and face us. Thanks, leaders. Pretty much that's the width of the building, ladies and gentlemen. 18 metres across. 18 metres across. Now, I need another couple of volunteers. Could you come here? Could you come here, please? Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. 18 metres across, and watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Wait, you can see from right at you. Look here.
Stay there, mate.
To where?
And so you now see 1K, this is the area of our new building. All in there. From there, put up your hands, my tent posts. Put up your hand. Put up your hand. So there it is. That's how wide and that's how long she goes. Come on over and we'll have some more questions. Now, when you look inside our new building, it will have a very big open space. It will have a brand new kitchen.
Whoa!
And science experiment block.
Whoa!
And 1K, it's going to have its own television studio.
Whoa!
Okay, have you any questions for me? Yes. Big voice.
What is the building going to look like?
Ah, my friends, there's the question. It's a great question. What will it look like? We don't know the answer yet. We've got some drawings that help us understand what it's going to be like inside, but right now, the architect and us, we haven't worked it out yet. We still don't know. A great question. You've got a question for me, Kenan?
When is the building going to be knocked down?
Oh, that's a great question. The building will start to be demolished in about 5 weeks' time.
Whoa!
What is your question, my friend?
How are we supposed to get at the back?
Ah, we've been talking about the fences, and there'll be a passageway between the fences that will help us get back. Yes.
What will the building look like inside?
Inside the building will have, as I say, our kitchen and science area. It'll have a beautiful foyer. It's going to have a multimedia or a television studio. It will have a stage, and it will have play areas outside and inside. We'll be able to play basketball at some times. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move now from the open spaced area, and we're going back for our final and concluding statements in the courtyard. 1K, thank you. Well then, 1K, we've been to our 2 building sites, our courtyard and then of course the open space. Girls and boys, one of our questions was, what is our building going to look like? Well, we still don't know that yet. I'd like you to maybe help me draw some different types of buildings, to draw the outside of some different types of buildings. If you go to School Design in YouTube, with your teacher's permission, School Design, You Be the Change. If you go to that website, that YouTube site, it's got some great pictures and great ideas. That might help you when you're doing your drawings. Would you like to do some drawings for me?
Yes!
Well, St Michael's needs you, so thank you very much. And 1K, yes. We'll probably have, our colours will probably stick fairly similarly to the colours scheme within the library. We'll probably stick with the colour. If you just like to have a look at the camera crew. Good morning, 1K. The camera could have a look at the library now. We'll actually see the colours there, and that would be the library colours. Yes? You want some gold? Well, gold is part of our uniform, so we might be able to put some gold in it. Well, 1K, thanks for being such a great audience, and thank you for being a great camera crew. Good morning, 1K.
Good morning, Mr. Laffan.
God bless you.